Like I said, there's a few days that we're okay, or a few hours. And some days, and most hours, we're out of pieces. Crying and upset, worried and concerned about our problems, our enemies, our situations. And we can't even count it joy that we're partaking part of the sufferings of Christ. We can't even take it that way. So we certainly can't even begin to seek God and say, Lord, what's the potter's hands doing? Because we're just too wrapped up in it. And we're not going to be able to, where we're trying to get to, love, praise, the first block, and that perfect love that He's trying to build in you and me. That perfect love, like little Bailey's got, no matter what kind of situations. Like children's got, because they don't let these problems bother them. Or children only for a little bit and it's gone. You don't see them overwhelmed laying in bed saying, oh me, oh my goodness, oh my poor little Tonka toy. They'll just grab another one. They won't worry about it. They'll grab another toy. Yeah, it may upset them if they broke their Tonka toy and they get mad and walk off, but before you know it, they got another one. And they're okay. And they go right on. And that's what we got to do. When these things and these fiery darts are cast at us, and these situations and these problems arise, we got to stop the fiery darts to begin with. And then the problems, we just got to pick up the next piece. Let that problem, Lord, it's your battle, take it. I'm going on. You got to get in there and fight, though. You got to get in there boldly and enter. You got to get in there boldly and fight. You got to get in there boldly and understand. You got to grab a hold of this. If you really want life, if you really want it, this is the only way you're going to get it. Or you're going to struggle the rest of your way out of here. You're going to be fighting just to hang on to your salvation. And that's all you're going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to do any kind of works for God. You're certainly not going to be able to go out and plant seed and help water it. You're certainly not going to be able to be partaking of the reaping of people. And that's why the churches are not full today. You think about it. Why are people not getting saved and staying in? Now, I've heard of churches that got 100 plus saved a couple years ago, last year, whatever, but their church didn't grow. You want to know why? Because people fell right back in it. They didn't get the teaching. They let the enemy back in. They fell right back in the world. We want to get people in, teach them what we know, and let them grow in God and not fall into what we fell into. Teach them how to use that shield of faith. Teach them not to worry about these things. But it's coming once again, boldness, to stand up against the problems that's before you. And it's taken that we have got to quit worrying and being concerned about everything going on around us. We got to stop it. Or we're not going to be able to have that perfect love like that little dog has for me and my wife and my son and my daughter. She has a little perfect love. You can ask Betty. She's just a lovely little dog. Even when we leave, she gets upset, but it'll be gone. Because her worries, she don't carry them. Children, they'll get upset when their toy breaks, but it don't last. It goes on. Cast in prison, angel breaks it free, they're gone. They're going right on. Happy as love. Got to push my Tonka toy. Have fun. Why can't we push our Tonka toys and have fun? Why can't we do that? Why can't we not enjoy what great things we really have? We are so blessed, people. We really are so blessed. You know, we're not going through a situation even like Teresa. When I consider that to be one of the worst things that a parent could ever go through. Worst it could ever go through. But she has really encouraged me. I'm going to be honest with you. She's encouraged me more ways than one. And I can see that the Word must have fell on good ground, or she wouldn't be as strong as she is, even though she thinks she's weak. Because most of us probably wouldn't have come back for a long time. We'd have laid in our bed and turmoiled. And I would love to pray that nobody ever face that again. But they will be. And I hope it's never none of us. But there's a possibility every day. Because there's one certainty of life is death. There's one certainty. That's the only certainty that we have. But what are we going to do about it? Go on over with me to verse 35 of Hebrews 10 through 39. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back into partition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Are we casting our rewards away? Are we letting it go? Cast not their confidence. Because now if you had confidence in God, you wouldn't be worrying and concerned about everything. If you had confidence in what we said, two things. To know that there's power in the name of Jesus, and we all know that all the things work together for good. If we really knew that and had confidence in those two scriptures, there'd be nothing that would cause you to get down. You would have a zeal and excitement about God. But have we cast away our confidence? Because if we have, then he went on clearly and told us beyond a shadow of a doubt that which hath great recompense of reward. We're giving away our rewards, people. Our inheritance. As we said, our birthright, like Esau. We're giving away our birthright. We're giving away life. We're giving away life more abundantly. We're giving away love. We're giving away joy. We're giving away peace. And you've got to give it away. You've got to willingly let the enemy come in and steal it from you. He cannot cross unless you let him. He can't cross that bloodline. He can't unless you let him. You've got to let him come in with his conniving, sneaking trick that he comes in trying to get you to be worried and concerned about things. And once he breaks in, then he starts stealing. There's some joy. There's some love. There's some peace. They ain't going to have no kind of zeal. Because the joy of the Lord is their strength. And if I can steal it, they ain't got no strength. They ain't got no strength to go through these battles. They got no strength to go through all this. And I'm going to make them fall. Is what he's saying. And great will be the fall. And that's what he's trying to do. And that's how he does it. That's just a simple, God is simple. And that's simply putting what he does. He breaks in because we don't use the shield of faith. We don't resist. And we worry and we're consumed with everything. Lord, golly, man, Briar's 2 hours late from work. I know he's got hurt. When all we got to say is, God, it's yours. There ain't nothing I can do about it. If he is hurt, what can I do about it? What can I do about it? There ain't nothing. I need to be before God asking to heal him. I need to be before God saying, Lord, help him. But I can't be if my mind is full of worry. I can't be if I'm always consumed and saying, oh God, I know he's wrecked. I know he's wrecked. I know he's dead. I know he's dead. And then he comes walking in and had to work late. And we wasted 2 hours of misery and chaos listening to junk from the moron of lies. That's why you lost your zeal, vision, lost it, drive, excitement of God. We got to be like that little dog. We got to be like them children and cast them away. You got to have boldness enough to get rid of it. You got to get it out of the way because you're throwing away your rewards. You're throwing them away. You're throwing away life that we don't have no excitement. And that's